Hello, my name is Todd, aka and I am back again to play another arena round. Last time we did Shaman. I like Shaman, but in interest of not doing the same thing every time, let's try Warrior. I don't think we've actually done a Warrior yet. At least not recorded. Angry Chicken. Yes. No. No. Just no. Master Swordsmith? Yes. We'll definitely take a Master Swordsmith. It does what the card says. Like all the cards do. Basically gives a random friendly minion 1+ attack. So not too shabby. Murloc Tide Hunter is decent. A decent 2-drop as you get that extra 1/1. But the Fairy Dragon has a little more versatility in my opinion. Thrallmar? Thrallmar. Farseer. There we go, we got it. Has Wind Fury. So it's okay. Not much it can, like, it's gonna hit something and probably die. So it's a solid 3-drop, but we're gonna take the Fairy Dragon here. Could get a second Fairy Dragon. Shield Bearer, in some cases, can be good, as it doesn't attack, but it has a decent enough amount of health that it can protect your other minions behind it. And might take, 2 turns before they're actually able to kill it in an early game type situation. Late game, it might also protect some bigger minions or yourself. So it is okay, but it's not that valuable. I don't think it actually has come up for us yet. But in this case, since we already have a Fairy Dragon, we're going to take a Loot Hoarder. You get that card drop when it dies. Or that card draw, which is always nice. Battle Rage draws a card for each damaged friendly character. So if you've taken damage and you have 2 or 3 minions on the board that are taking damage, you can draw 3 or 4 cards, depending on what that is. Bloodsail Raider is great with the Warrior, as the Warrior tends to have a lot of weapons. This being Arena, there's no guarantee I'll actually get a weapon. Corcoran Elite is just, well, one of my favorite cards in the game. Not because it's actually that great of a card. I mean, it is a good card. Warrior's the most metal of all the characters, obviously. And the Corcoran Elite is the most metal of all the minions. In my humble but always correct opinion. Working Infiltrator, decent. Reckless Rocketeer, okay. Rampage. Rampage seems awesome. Oh, wow. Give a minion 3+3/+3. However, it has to be damaged. If you don't have a damaged minion, this is a dead card. I've had that happen to me many a times. So, Worgen Infiltrator. Corcoran Elite, Execute. Mogashan Warden. Similar, I mean, it's got a huge health pool, but only does 1 damage, so it's sort of similar to the Shield Bearer in that respect, although it's way better, but you can't get it out quite as early. Corcoran Elite, as I said, awesome, but Execute, not sure how many Executes we're going to get. This can kill any minion once you can do damage to it. So it's a pretty powerful card. So we're going to take it. Acidic Swamp Ooze, great. Flesh-Eating Ghoul, great. Stranglethorn Tiger, great. Which one's the greatest? Well, Stranglethorn Tiger is great, just like Tony the Tiger. Wow. All right. I went there. I don't know. We don't have a lot of heavy hitters yet. So let's take Tony. We're going to take Tony. Fire War Axe is a great weapon to have early, as you can pretty much kill most early minions with it. But you do take damage in the process in most cases. Speaking of heavy hitters, Boulder Fist Ogre. Murlocs, go away. Upgrade. If you have a weapon, give it 1+1. Otherwise, a 1/3 weapon. So basically, if you had the Fire War Axe out, you can give it 1 more attack and 1 more durability. So this would be a 4/3 at that point. Otherwise, you get a 1 damage weapon that has 3 durability. So it's an okay card, but I like the Knife Juggler here, I think. Not sure how many weapons we're going to get to make that upgrade that useful, although it is a weapon in and of itself. So, gotta look at it that way, I guess. Dragonling Mechanic, Slam. I'm liking Slam here. Cleave. Cleave's good. Warsong Commander is also really good, and we do have a lot of minions with 3 or less attack at the moment. I'm thinking the Warsong Commander. Cleave's good, but again, has to be 2 minions. This is not 2 minions. Cleave's a dead card, so definitely the Shattered Sun Cleric here. We already have a Worgen Infiltrator, which I don't like that much to begin with. And I think I've already expressed my dislike for the young Dragonhawk. Shattered Sun Cleric is going to be. Battle Rage might be our best bet to getting card draw for this deck. And up against these two, they're all, I would rate them about the same in their strengths and weaknesses, I guess. I'm liking the Battle Rage, though. Get that card draw possibility. It's really just giving me shit cards today. Jesus. Youthful Brewmaster it's going to be. Okay, here's a bit better. Why can't it give me shit cards with awesome cards so that I can have an easy decision? So, Iron for Grizzly, not that great. I mean, it's okay, but it's not that great. Shield Block. Gets you that armor and a card draw. This one, you get a 3/3 minion and a 2/2 weapon. I think I'm going to take a Shield Block. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what this deck's going to do, really. We're going to take Silver Knight. Gurubashi is great. We already have Battle Rage, Iron Fort. Yeah, Gurubashi. So we have a second chance at that Arathi Weaponsmith. I think I called it Armani Weaponsmith last time. Yes, this little bra she's wearing, that was made by Armani, obviously. Lord of the Arena is a pretty good taunt, but I'm liking the Arathi Weaponsmith. Questing Adventurer. I tend to shy away from these. It's too much of an investment, in my opinion. In something like a not a mage, but a rogue deck where you do play a lot of cards, maybe I would value it a bit more. Mana Wraith can mess things up for your opponent. You get this out on turn 2, and then their turn 2 play cannot happen anymore. So it sort of messes with their math. So it's an interesting card in that respect, but I'm liking the Demolisher here. So we get an Epic Sea Giant for minions. I'm thinking as a warrior, you tend to take a lot of damage when you're doing, if you're playing Control Warrior anyway. So I'm thinking the Molten Giant is going to be the better choice here. Get a second Slam, Corcoran Elite, Gurubashi. I'm going to take that Corcoran. Booty Bay, Raid Leader, Elven Archer. We don't have any taunt yet. Booty Bay is not my favorite taunt. But up against these two, I guess we take that. We need some taunt. Cruel Task is great. But Harvest Golem is just solid as all fuck. So I'm going to take the Harvest Golem in this case. A second Youthful, sure. Shield Slam, Gore Howl, Jesus. Of course it had to do that. We'll take the Gore Howl. Reason being is Shield Slam is awesome, but if you don't have any shield, then it's not that awesome. Gore Howl, a bit more awesome. Loot Hoarder. Wow, we got a lot of twos. Frost Elemental, yeah. Yeah, let's take a Frost Elemental. Whirlwind, yes. Straight up yes. Speaking of taunt. Sorry about that. Speaking of taunts, Sunwalker. Defender of Argus. This gets me 2 taunts. This gives me 1 really strong one. Mind Control Tech can also be pretty good. Sunwalker. We did the Sunwalker. Let's play around. Play a couple rounds. Let's see if we can make some magic happen with this warrior deck. Not so sure about it. I didn't really concentrate on the deck itself. I was more concentrating on the cards. So the composition might be a bit flawed in that respect. But we'll see how it goes. I haven't played Arena in a few days. Had some medical issues to attend to. Nothing serious. Just a slight surgery of the leg. Moving on to the game at hand. Not the greatest opening. Did I just keep an Execute in my hand? Jesus, I'm not paying attention. Execute is not something you really want on turn 1. Fire or Axe. War Axe. Dogs are barking. Sorry about that. Fire War Axe is something you do want early game. So they have the Murloc guy. So we can kill that one. Not the greatest play, but I gotta do something. I could take a bit of damage. As the warrior gains 2 armor with its hero ability. That 1/1, I don't really think we're gonna hit that with our axe, personally. Should I save the axe hit? I think so. I think so. They can do 2 damage that we can see to that Demolisher, but Rogue's got a lot of shit up her sleeves.
Blood and plunder.
Okay, that's gonna be good target for my axe. And that means that Demolisher's probably gonna stay alive. Although Backstab, I believe, is free. But now Backstab can't be done. So Demolisher hits that. Which means me hitting it with my axe is now a waste. I could draw 2 cards. Could draw 2 cards and armor up. I could Youthful Brewmaster.
What now?
What does that cost? 3. Interesting. Alright.
With me, friend.
Actually should have attacked, then armored. Kind of wasted the Demolisher. But I guess the Demolisher absorbed 2 damage for me. If you look at it that way. It would have been better if the Demolisher would have hit her. Because I was going to expend my axe on the taunt anyway. And the reason you want to take the damage then do the armor is for things like the Molten Giant. So here that just trades, but we can get out the Knife Juggler and get a free knife. So not too bad. Who are we playing? Mayun Toast. Mayun Toast. Mayun Toast. Interesting name. Alright, so they get out a Assassin's Blade. So they can start taking some damage to their face for weapon trade. Minion thing happening. And the priority is going to be that Knife Juggler. It always is. But now my Demolisher's putting it where I want it. Okay. So we could put up a Sunwalker. Or we could Master Swordsmith and Armor. I'm thinking Sunwalker. However, prime target for Execute. Not Execute, but Assassinate if they have it. But they might not have it. And if they don't, then their Assassin's Blade is going to work against them. As they'll have to take some damage to the face. I gain a crystal. For a shield, it looks like. Which is fine with me. Or did they forget that that's a taunt creature? Looks like that threw a wrench in their plans. Emperor Cobra. Okay. Perhaps we can actually Gore Howl and kill that snake. Or we could execute the snake. I think Gore Howl. Gore Howl. And just start hitting them some more. That does mean we have an extra 6 damage with the Gore Howl. Which is 11 damage total. Which is pretty decent. As they're sitting on 13. Betrayal kills my Sunwalker, which is unfortunate. But it was pretty much dead anyhow.
I can taste the mana.
Did some damage to my Demolisher. And conceal on that. That is only gains the attack this turn, so that's kind of useless, in my opinion. I think Boulder Fist. Boulder Fist and armor. Or Swordsmith, because it's 12. This will probably more likely ensure their death than the armor. I don't really need the armor sitting on 23 health. We're not playing Miracle Rogue. So we'll save that 6 hit. And I doubt they have Assassinate, as they have not yet played that. And there was a couple good targets for it. I mean, they might have drawn it in the last couple turns, but it's looking like they're going to die. I don't see how they can get around it unless they have Taunt. They just missed the ability to hit me for 1. Just kind of silly. I don't know how well this... how good this opponent is, because they're making quite a few misplays, and they seem to not realize that they are completely dead. No way around it. Because I have 12 damage right there. We'll give them a well played anyway, even though I'm not so sure about their abilities. So there's game 1. We have a win. Let's play one more. See if we can continue. Maybe we'll get some more opponents like that. Should be nice. That's the thing with the arena. Not only do you not know what kind of cards you get, you never know what your opponent's cards are going to get, and whether your opponents are actually good or not. So there's so much variables in there that even if you have a good deck, the opponent might have a better one, or the opponent might be a better player. Or if you have a poor deck, your opponents might have poorer decks and be poorer players. So it's just, yeah, there's a lot of variables with Arena. Whereas Constructed, it's a little more... The decks in the higher tiers sort of even out to where you know what's going to happen. And it comes down to a few decisions and player ability. That is a Mad Bomber I like. Thanks, Mad Bomber. So you can get a knife and trade with the Knife Juggler. Hard to say. We could Brewmaster the Knife Juggler after it does 3 damage. Yeah. It's actually not a bad idea.
Drink with me, friend.
Saves our Knife Juggler. We don't get the knife. I don't know. I don't know if that was a good play or not. Not sure. It saves our Knife Juggler, but kills the Brewmaster. And with charge, that means he's now getting the upper hand. I was hoping what would happen would be that he trades out the Mad Bomber. But we can get out a Harvest Golem, which then trades for that, but it's, it was an interesting play. I've never really done something like that before. Not that specific play. Lancelot. is who we're playing.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Right. I'm gonna ping that off. Kind of sucks for me. Corcoran Elite dies to that, which sucks. We could Knife Juggler and Fairy Dragon getting one knife out. I hate to trade my Corcoran for that. But I don't want them to have the source. I don't know. I'm making silly decisions here. We're going to do that anyway. Really sucks. Evens the board back out. We're back to square one. And I'm ahead on damage, so I guess that's not too bad, but I'd prefer to have the Corcoran Elite to kill that. Armani Weaponsmith. I did it again, Armani. Arathi. Jesus Christ. We could Knife Juggler Fairy Dragon or Knife Juggler Demolisher. But I like the Knife Juggler and the Fairy Dragon better. We could execute that. Let's execute it. That gives us board control. Get the game back in our favor. However, we are short on cards, and those aren't very strong minions. And both have to, well, no. We could take 3 to the face. That's not a big deal. I think, yeah, we're not going to get enough minions out to do. So let's do this. Take 3 to the face, trade the Fairy Dragon. And armor. Save the cards for now. It's not bad. We retain board control for a turn. Still ahead on health. Behind on cards. Gurubashi's a problem. I think I only had 1 execute. Gorha would be nice. They could have pinged their own Gurubashi there. Well, I could do 3 damage on the Gurubashi. Whirlwind 3 plus Whirlwind plus that is a kill on the Gurubashi. I might be able to save the Whirlwind if we get the Demolisher with a knife hitting the Gurubashi. So, but if it doesn't, then our Demolisher has to take an unnecessary 1 damage. But let's try it anyway. And of course, it doesn't. So now we're doing this. We're doing this. And this. And this. So another way it could have went better is if the knife would have hit the Gurubashi, we would have been able to save the Whirlwind. That was a huge card committal there to kill that 1 minion. Not sure if that was the right play. We're running out of cards. I'm playing a little... committing to board control quite a bit here. And I'm not sure if it's going to pay off or not. Because with that amount of cards, they probably have some, or there's a better chance that they have a good answer.
We have many secrets.
You gotta be kidding me!
Because, yeah, now I have no way to deal with either of those minions. Molten Giant.
Try this!
We'll get a couple cards this way. And could kill off the 4/3.
Job's done.
That 7/6 going to be a bit of a problem. We do have the Corcoran Elite now, which can deal 4 damage plus the 3/3, leaving us with nothing on the board. But if we take 7 damage, we'll probably be able to get that Molten Giant out next turn.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Ouch. He's buffing up that. Well, our Corcoran and the 3/3 still kill it. And we can get an 8/8 out.
Watch this.
So we can get out a Molten for 1 and armor up. Polymorph. It's a possibility. I'm in Pyroblast. Well, not Pyroblast range, but oh, that is not good. Because it just means we're trading that out, unless they have Polymorph.
I've got a huge
So this is kind of a crappy... His 4/2 is going to kill our 5/4. Our 8/8 has to kill his 8/8. Otherwise, we're taking 8 to the face. So we're going to do it anyway. Because we do have the 5/5 behind it. Flame Strike would mean you can get that 4 damage in. Which would severely weaken our Tony the Tiger, but it's still going to be 5 damage we can get out. Wasn't for that faceless manip, we'd be in a lot better shape.
What to do?
There's a Polymorph. Must have top decked that, I guess. So he's going for... Oh, he's actually got me dead. Okay. Took him a while to figure that out. It's a little too slow on the well played. So that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. We're 1-1 so far. So I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.